Good afternoon and greetings from Indianapolis, Indiana, in the United States to Cochabamba, Bolivia at your Economy of Communion meeting there. My name is John Mendel. I'm one of the 860 Economy of Communion entrepreneurs throughout the world, and I've been asked to send a brief message today about something that I know a little bit about called the Company Cube. As you're learning about this lifestyle today at your meeting, you will hear a lot about this idea that the Economy of Communion focuses on the human person and the business, and that is one of its key values. One of the questions that comes up is, well, how do we live those in a business? And you'll hear some experiences, I'm sure, today about that. But we came up with a little device a few years ago based on the founder of the Economy of Communion, Kiara Lubick's approach to living out this lifestyle of communion in daily life. And so what is the Company Cube? It's a mechanism for really explaining the values of the Economy of Communion, especially to those employees who may not know much about the Economy of Communion or other people who are interested in learning about it. And I have a little Company Cube here today. It's got 6 sides, and as you will hear, the way we live the values out in the company, this helps us. We will roll this cube on a daily basis, roll it, and see which side comes up to the top, and try to live that value out. Why do we do this? What's the idea behind the Company Cube? Well, really, it all started when we tried to explain this to our employees about how to live out the values. And why we found this cube to be very helpful for business owners is that it really helps us focus on what is important in our everyday life. You know, business life can be very hectic. If some of you are entrepreneurs already, you know that. You know, many things are going on during the day. It gets very crazy, and you can lose your direction and you lose your focus on what's important. So what this Company Cube does, it allows us to say what is important today. Relationships are important. Trying to live the values of the business in each moment of the day, that's important. So what happens is, for example, one of the sides of the Company Cube we have, you can see here, it's in English, hopefully you can translate that, but it says value every person, every idea. And one time I had an experience with that. I rolled the Company Cube and that side came up in the morning, and we had a meeting with a lot of our staff in our company, and everybody was offering ideas, but I noticed that one of our young staff had not said anything. And I remember rolling this Company Cube and thinking, you know, every person's ideas are important. So I asked that young staff member if she had an idea that she could share, and she did. And what happened was that particular idea changed everything for that meeting, and it turned out that her idea was the idea we should have all listened to, even if she was the youngest person on the team. So that was a real concrete experience of living out the cube that really made a difference in the business life. And I think every day when we can respect everyone in the business or everyone we come in contact, it helps us to see the way clear together, to really understand, you know, what we should be doing. Because one idea is not necessarily the best idea, even if it's the boss like me. One idea may be the wrong idea. So to really listen is an important thing. So that's one side of the Company Cube that we really focus on, valuing every person in the company. Another side of the Company Cube says, build relationships every day. Well, some of you may think, well, that's obvious, but I think we can oftentimes forget that in the business world. We get so busy waiting on people in our service companies or manufacturing products that we forget it's the human person that really matters. And so taking those short periods of time during the workday to really find out about our employees, our colleagues, is an important step, because it also helps us work together. And it in the long run, when we have good relationships, when difficult things come up, then we're able to work together to work through those difficult things. Another side of the company cube says, share expertise, time, and yourself. Again, that's really trying to go out of yourself, not holding all the knowledge of the company or all of the ideas to yourself, but really offering them as a gift to everyone. When we're able to really stop, share something of ourselves, share our expertise, share our time. Time is often the most difficult thing to share because we're so busy. But if we can stop and do that, amazing things can happen in a business. One time, I remember I was so busy one day, and I had not looked up from my desk all day. And I realized, oh my gosh, I'd rolled the side of the company cube that said share expertise, time, and yourself. And so I stopped, got up, went to one of our employees' offices, and really just took the time to tell him all the kind of things that was going on that day in my work world. And it turned out that he said, well, you know, you're very busy, but I can help you with one of those things. And so he followed me back to my office and picked up one of my projects and took it off of my chair and lightened my load that day. And it was because I took the time to really share myself, share my frustrations, share my workload, and someone else helped. So that's another concrete example of how this thing can be lived. One of the most difficult things for people to understand is the side, I think sometimes it says, competitors can be friends too. And, you know, in the United States, we're known for being very competitive. This is the heartbeat of capitalism, so to speak. And the economy of communion really helps us offer an alternative to that, because we find that even developing relationships with competitors can help make our company better. If we know who we're competing against, the quality of their products, it can drive us to do better. Just like this little picture that shows the people running to the finish line. There are our competitors right with us, pushing us. And I have a number of experiences with competitors over the years, mainly really trying to not say bad things about them or to really offer them help when they need it at times. And I've had situations come back where a competitor has recommended us to a client because we have a good relationship with them. So that's almost unheard of in the United States, and I know it's almost unheard of in a lot of places. But in this lifestyle of communion that you're going to be hearing about this weekend at your meeting, this is one of the things that grows out of this lifestyle, this idea of focusing on the human person, this idea of trying to live in the present moment and try to live aware of how we're living out our values, and if we're people of faith, living out our faith. And when we fail at doing that, because we do many, many times a day, but when we fail, we always have the opportunity to start again, to look at that side of the company cube and say, okay, I messed up in that past moment. I'm going to live it right the next time I get a chance. So anyway, I just wanted to share that a little bit with you. It's a nice little device you'll hear about, but it's really powerful, and it really helps get at the core of what the economy of communion values are about. So again, it's been good talking with you. I hope you have a great meeting. I hope I make it to Bolivia someday, because I have a lot of friends there, especially you know who you are, who are listening. And that's one thing you'll also find out about the economy of communion. We're not just focused just only on our little area of our world, but we really try to develop these relationships across international boundaries. And that's one of the most meaningful things about this. And I personally have been rewarded many times by these heartfelt sharings about how to run businesses, the challenges we face, and all that with my friends in South America. So have a great day, and I hope to meet you someday, and good luck with finding out more about the economy of community. And I really invite you to take a hard look and consider it as part of your business lifestyle. Take care now.